Yeah, there's definitely something, the flair here at the Frankfurt airport, being here. And yeah, I have a little bit more time before I'm going to have to board my first plane to Atlanta, Georgia, in order to then get on another flight to San Francisco. But yeah, I just wanted to take some time here to just share a little bit of that. This amazing experience, feeling of being here at a place which connects people from all around the world. I was just walking through the gates there and seeing flights taking off to Russia, taking off to Malaysia, taking off to, I mean, any part of the world you can imagine. Like up there's one. Can't really see that. It's a little bit too far. And for some reason my zoom doesn't work right now. Sometimes it doesn't, but here you can get it to work. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, there it is. There's one of those guys. Even though I guess you seeing that, images come to mind also of the 9/11 event. It triggers a little bit of that, and yes, it can be abused. Everything can be used. Every tool can be abused for a bad purpose. But let's not talk about that. Let's not think about that, because we're here at an amazing place. And it's great to be here. Again, I spent a lot of time here as a child, just going here to see planes taking off and see people arriving, and it's just amazing to think that somebody just gets on this machine that then takes up in the air and goes thousands of miles to another part of the world. Wow, it's quite amazing. So yeah, it's great to be here again, and I feel a little bit more, I don't know, I feel different. Having been in America for so long, and now having been in Germany for a month, it's very, very different to be here again. And yeah, it's good, it's great to take all of that in. And again, that's what this program is all about, showing you various places in San Francisco, in Germany, taking the cameras to the streets of whatever city I'm in, and then just talking about ideas concerning personal growth, which is something that I've learned a lot about, or studied a lot about, and really became interested. And ultimately it's all about people. And I saw that earlier when I was on the S-Bahn going to the airport. Basically just like America, people sitting in trains, reading newspapers, being on laptops, being on cell phones, getting ready for their day at work. But yeah, again, coming back to the question really that gathers us, brings us here together, the purpose of life, and how we learn about the purpose of life, or rather learn that there is none. And we're all looking for what we want, but yeah, the question is really, is there more to it? And how can we really, well, come together and unfold in our higher essence instead of just competing against each other and trying to achieve and trying to find what we're looking for? I think the idea of Buddhism, and Buddhism has, they are very in touch with that idea of beingness. Just be, simply be. It's not about getting, it's not about having, it's just about being. This idea, state of living enlightenment. And here just, yeah, seeing Malaysia Airlines, Indonesia, Kuala Lumpur. It's amazing. Hundreds of years ago, it wasn't possible. And then nowadays, with the time of the internet, you can connect with people from around the world. And of course, from an airport, you can just hop on a plane, and in a couple of hours, you are, for example, well, I don't know, Russia probably will take a little longer. But yeah, here a couple of destinations: St. Petersburg, Moscow, Kiev, Minsk. Amazing, 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 amazing. Yeah, so love that international flight. I always did. Just looking here at the billboard, a couple of flights that are departing. I see one here to Oslo, Vienna, Austria, Athens, Greece. Wow, I'd love to be there. Sevilla, Barcelona, Leipzig, Dresden, London, Dublin, Budapest, Kiev, New York, Helsinki, Paris, But yeah, well, wherever we go, wherever we are, that's the whole thing. It's about people, and they are people, and people who are dealing with the same challenges about living and dealing with life. And again, we don't really get a lot of help with that. We never really learn that. And again, it is not. Nobody can teach that. Nobody can teach life. Nobody can teach learning. But the idea that life is learning is what inspired me to put this channel together, and it's the foundation of the idea of realize to actualize. Whatever it is we realize, we actualize. Whatever we think about, whatever we focus on, we create. And something also that I talked about, that the movie The Secret talked about, I'll just repeat that here briefly before I'm going to get on my flight, is about the law of attraction. That whatever we focus on, we create more of. And so if you focus on what we don't want, which is what usually we think about, we get more of that. Problems, bills, difficulties in relationships, at our job. If we focus on the problems there, we get more of that. Also, if we focus on the problems of this world, we get more of that. But so yeah, the idea is really to learn to focus on the solution and to focus on what we want. Focus on the change we want to see, and as we focus on that, we learn to attract more of that. And not just by thinking about it. Thinking is important. Of course, that's where it begins, with the realizations. But then if we realize a solution, realize a change we want to see, we come up with steps we need to take in order to get where we want to be and to improve on whatever aspect of our life we want to improve upon. But yes, it begins with a thought. And thinking about what you want, thinking about what we want, in order to come up with solutions to our problems. And that's the idea behind this program. And I thank you again for joining. And yes, I am now getting on my flight to Atlanta, Georgia. I miss Germany. I definitely will miss Germany, but I'm also excited to be back in America. Thanks again for watching.